Criminal. I'm alive. Let me know how the volume sounds. I'm gonna let people know now. I really like this background music. You see the way that it's been, I keep on telling you that I don't know nothing at all. And every time that it's been, I don't know why it seems like you can't even go home. Every day that we've been, every time I'm letting you know how we've been trying to climb with that time it seems. Oh, it seems so often I tell you what I didn't know. And every time I try to be too slow. I just wanted to check it out and see how it sounded to you. And every time I've been, I just don't know what we're supposed to do. It's chatting, it's trying, it's being, it's flowing, it's always been another kind of road. And I don't know. Do you understand the way that it's been? I really know how bad it could. Did you didn't know how bad we could? Every time that we always said that we could have been, I didn't know it was left for you, left for me, left for you, left for me. Do you even see? Do you even know what is love with you? Do you even hear the melody? You see the way of it all seems to be. You see the weight of the world seems to be. I don't know how bad it could be. Understand the way of me. Every other time, every other way, every other day I try to. Every other time, every other way, every other life I've gone through. That's lo-fi on here. I'm gonna try chill hop. La da 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 da. La da 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 da. La di da da. La di da da. See the time climb of it all. I'm telling you, I'm waiting for the fall. I don't know what to do with all of you. Hey, I got you, Mama Jane. You're all good. Can you hear me all right? Let's see. Let me turn this down just to make sure. Alright. Miss you too, Mama Jay. You know what it is. You know, you get here when you get here, you know? I appreciate you stopping by in any case. Yeah. It is a whole thing. Like, I really understand, like, a lot. I know, like, you know, you're gonna have your time. You know, you're gonna take in with all that. I'm glad you're here when you are. Every other time that you've been, I swear I didn't really know what to say anymore, but oh yeah, that's really gonna take all your time, you know. I really do get it, you know. No way. You care about you so much, you know. And I was just like, you know, people weren't really live or whatever, however. So I wanted to go live and to like talk with you all. I wanted to like honestly test out Restream's different things to see what would happen. How it would go on mobile instead of laptop, just to see how it would go. You know what I mean? Yeah, definitely. We'll chat soon. Just message me whenever. It doesn't have to be like we talk on live. Joe's being around however, you know what I mean? Big heart. You see, the way of the piano keeps on playing, and I can hear the timing is good. Would keep on going and flowing and trying to be here. I swear, I dare. I don't know where to go. You hear the sound, the way that we are. The time that we are trying to be. I don't know what to do for you. And you say that you understand my way. I don't know. I don't. I don't. I don't. Just wanted to tell you what I was thinking. Every day keeps being another kind of way. I keep waiting for something to pop off, but I don't know. I don't think I want to. You keep on telling you that it keeps on going so wrong. I don't know what to do. It feels so wrong, but I just want things to be better for me. Will you hear? Will you see? Will you stand the way if they going to me? I'm telling you, I don't know why this needs to be so. Why it seems to be so. Why it is something else, something more, something more, something gone, something wrong, something trying to be another kind of way, trying to understand the way of it all. I see it all, you see me, I'm trying to understand the way that we could be. the way that we could even see. I don't know. Playing something in the background, trying to be alert now. I don't know how it goes, how we tried to be before. Every other time that you feel the piano keep going on and I keep telling you it's all wrong. It's been so long. Every time that we keep on going, now that it's been so dreadful. You understand the way that we can't seem to be. Every time I've gone away, I can't seem to know, can't seem to flow, can't seem to go where I want to. I am trying to understand you, understand your way, your time frame. Just wanted to test it out to see what goes. I just wanted to understand though, you don't seem to hear the way that we keep trying for the day. Every other time, every other way. Oh, hey, y'all. Hey, bugs. Hey, man. Appreciate y'all coming in. Yeah. I've been away for a while, trying to go away for away. You don't know when it's been through a while. Every other time, every other way, every other time, every other day, I just want to hear the way of it all. Do you understand the way we try to? We try to be for you, for me, for us, for all of us to see, to try to be someone else. You see in the mirror, you look gone. You try to understand the way. Every time that we could go, we could be away. Every other time frame. How y'all doing? And what's been up if you want to talk about whatever? I have brawlhalla and like Alright, cool. Da da da. Da da da. Da da da. Hey Tricia. Been a pretty chill time. Chill day. I actually went bowling and done that in a while. And I actually made like a strike and stuff. It was pretty fun. I've been like networking earlier and having some really like solid conversations that I appreciate a lot. How about you? How's everybody? Oh, okay. Let me see if I can figure out how to get someone. Oh, okay. I figured it out. It's like it popped up under like how I had it. And it makes sense at first. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you for inviting me.
Thanks for being around. I appreciate it.
I really like this music you're playing. It's very
Right?
yeah. And this
Such a
effect,
vibe.
this whole thing, it's really nice.
I really like Restream a lot. It's like more thoughtful, and honestly, I'm not even paying for it for this. This is like basic what they do for it.
Oh wow.
And then if you buy it, you can like actually stream to like way more multiple platforms. Because I'm just streaming to YouTube and Twitch right now. But you could like, if you know, like if people want to like put in money for it, I'd actually suggest it because it's pretty fucking worth. Like,
Wow.
and
Nice.
these are just right. It's such a mood and very yes. And there's like very different things. Like it's not just like this purple aesthetic. Like there's like other songs and stuff. It's such a vibe, isn't it? I
like
love the purple.
the color and everything.
Yeah, it just goes so nice.
It's yeah, like you said, it's easy on the eyes.
Right? Like on the whole thing, like because StreamYard is just white, and I can't read backgrounds that do that to me. Like, it's kind of honestly, I was kind of like looking for something else because it was bothering my eyes. I'm too autistic for it. Like,
yeah, I guess because StreamYard is white. Everything is white.
yeah, and it's just like the blue light, the white background. Like, you want me to like, making me cross-eyed just looking at you.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie, like it does happen to me. Like, if my eyes get like irritated or agitated, I'll like end up going cross-eyed, like really bad sometimes.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's just that I'm like sensitive to light and stuff. That's why it's like honestly, I wear shades inside because I can get like irritated by like light and everything. It's like ridiculous.
Yeah, I get it. I get migraines with light. If it's too bright.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just so understandable. This is like the first time I've really done a talking with everything with people and doing it like this. So welcome to being the first person I've like, because I talked with like Jamie and Ellie a little bit, but not like this background and stuff. So this is like the first time I've used this kind of background, and the first time I've used the background music that Restream actually has available. Like there's like 4 different songs or something that you can use
Mhm.
without paying subscription or whatever. But it's so pretty, so I'm like, thank you. You know,
I appreciate it. Thanks.
right? Like,
Yeah.
hey, Erica, what's up? Oh yeah, let's see, that's Erica from Twitch. I don't know if y'all can see because you're on YouTube. I don't know how it pops up, but Erica's really
Mhm.
nice and does like a lot of different games, like retro kind of stuff. Where she played like Donkey Kong earlier, which was really freaking fun, and Bully, that old game, and it's a vibe. I appreciate her art too. Like seriously, check out Erica's stuff on Twitch.
Okay.
Just for anybody who has it, you know. And she's yeah, I hear you. Yeah, it's just like our society has such a weird way of like not putting accommodations that would honestly benefit everybody in the end of the day. And it wouldn't just be like, only having accommodation because they're needed. But it's just that like blue light is not good. And it's like bad how like, you have to go out of your way, like so out of your way to find like a genuine blue light filter for stuff.
Mhm.
And it honestly like messes with people's sleep pattern. Like it's so bad. That's why it's like if someone doesn't have like a blue light filter on their phone or something, like it can really mess with like how people sleep. It can mess with how they interpret things and give them like serious migraines and they don't know why, but it's just because they're looking at the phone and they don't have a filter on it. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh, yeah. No, yeah.
thanks, Erica.
I had to
Mm-hmm.
get. You know how all the platforms they started uh, giving you the option of having dark mode. I just got that so quickly on everything.
Right. Mood. Like I was like, when's the dark mode? When for art thou? Like legit. Let me know if the music is too loud or anything, because honestly, I'm kind of like, I vibe with music a little too loud sometimes, and I get that it can make it like kind of iffy to hear things. So just give me a heads up, you know what I mean?
Okay. I hear you. I can hear you well enough. You know.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. I can hear you pretty solid too. I like tried to make sure I had it like at a lower kind of volume. But then, yeah, if you have like a background music thing, it actually lets you adjust the volume from the actual restream thing that you're on. So it's pretty
Mhm.
useful.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Jizzy, I hear you. Oh my gosh. That's fair.
Yeah.
Be careful about all those energy drinks, but I do understand having a toddler. They'll run you around like something else. I understand.
That's me with coffee. Or
Mm-hmm.
but he also
Coffee's
has
so fucking
caffeine.
good.
And then I feel electric, and then I don't know why, but it's because of all the tea I've been having.
That's fair. Like, it's pretty interesting though, because I mean, like, you know, our brains and stuff, it's all just like electricity moving around our nervous system.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
mean, it kind of makes sense why we are able to feel like that electricity in any kind of manner, depending on how hype we are, right?
That's why I'm like I feel like I'm too electric right now, but it's
You must have had a lot
real
of tea and coffee.
or coffee. Yeah.
I hear you. And thank you, Erica, because you're freaking rad. I enjoy watching your streams like so much. Like seriously, it's always a nice vibe. But I like being around anybody who's like yours, like them. But I enjoy our talk so much. like whenever we're on it, just listening to you and like having these conversations that we've had, or like just being around. I really appreciate everyone's presence like so much in vlogs. Like I appreciate the way that you talk about your things too. It's like really in depth and thoughtful. And the
Oh,
way you can catalog thing with your like with the timelines, I'm just like amazing.
what?
Can't do it like that, you know.
What? You think so?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't think I. I don't think I. Well, I didn't think I did that.
Oh, well, I was kind of talking about vlogs, but at the same time, you do have a way of like
Oh no, no, yeah.
remembering like the conversation, you know. I know
Here I am,
you
and you're not even talking about me.
you're like,
Whoa.
no, I
No,
was
no,
talking
yeah,
about you earlier though, and
no,
I do
yeah.
like the way that
Vlogging.
you're able to have conversations about things. But yeah, vlogging, as it
Okay,
be,
sorry, I was trying to steal your thunder, but yeah, sorry.
not the
I
thunder
was trying
and the
to.
lightning.
No, yeah, vlogging is really good. At like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, back in April 2001 at 9 a.m. So and so said this specific words, and after that, this and this happened. No, yeah, I was like, wow. But I
Right.
saw him
Like,
the
how
other
did
day.
you do that? Like,
Yeah, I have no idea. Oh,
definitely
okay.
right. No, for
Yeah,
sure. You'll hear that. You'll
I mean,
insulate stuff like that. Definitely check out people's content. Like if you wanna like link your channels, definitely go for it because it'll make it. Well, you can't really go to it unless I made people mods, and I don't really know how to make people mods from here. But we have to do it on YouTube. We can talk about it if you want to like be a mod for me. We can talk about it and we can like really be like how we want to do things and stuff because I do need like like if anybody who's listening or whatever, I do need mods just to like make sure I have people around that can like watch out for stuff and like
yeah,
do what needs to be done. And I don't want to like try and oversaturate it. Make sure I can have like a good team of people, who can be around when they are, and figure it out that way.
yeah. No, yeah. I think I made everybody a moderator in my channel. Like nobody in the group
Alright,
of people that we know. I think that's what I
cool.
did. Because sometimes one person shows up and sometimes the other person shows up. So
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly. Like it's like always kind of just yeah, like it's good to have like a kind of like backup. It's at
yeah,
least one person. Awesome, Box. Okay, I'll make you more. I just gotta. I'm kind of like doing another thing on the other phone, just do that. But I really love the conversation. I am enjoying the sound so much. It's very nice.
yeah. Me too. Vibing.
Alright.
Like really
I really,
relaxing to me, at least.
yeah.
It's like really relaxing, and then for me, it's like almost 9 p.m. So for me, it's really cool. I'm like, oh yes, yes, it's time to settle down. It's time to it's Saturday. Yeah,
Mm-hmm. Time to do duel. Yeah.
yeah. Because vlogging is really quick when it comes to shutting down the trolls. Because I only had
Yeah.
vlogging as a mod. But then later on, Andrew was like, "Hey, you need more mods," and I was like, "Okay." So then now I'm just, I think I made everybody a mod.
Appreciate your,
'Cause
wanting to
I
be a
didn't
mom and
think,
stuff.
yeah, because I didn't think I would ever need mods. I was like, I mean, I don't have a
Yeah.
lot of people watching my channel, and then I just started streaming, so sometimes I have one person there, sometimes I have two people listening to me, or like, to me it was like I will never get trolls. Like nobody outside
Mm.
of this small group is ever going to be here. But then I got
Mm-hmm.
trolls 2 weeks in a row. I think it was 2 weeks in a row. I don't remember. But I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah. You're like, I guess I need more. I
Yes.
remember that. Like, I mean, it's just that like trolls find people, and they'll troll with like somebody even if someone doesn't invite it, even if like someone whatever, it's just that they want to troll and they're gonna try and do it for whatever reason. And it's just bullshit. We all know it's bullshit, you know. And it says a lot about them. So, if they want
Yeah.
to show their bullshit, we're all taking
Yeah.
note at the very least.
I just wish that like sometimes I didn't get like upset because they still get to me. And here I was telling
Hmm.
Mel, no, just ignore, or like telling Beachy, no, 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 just ignore, just ignore. And then here I am getting rattled. Like, no, we need to be the bigger people. We need to be the mature people. And then I'm like, rah, 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 rah,
Hmm.
like getting all upset.
I mean, it was upsetting, and I get it, it's like, it's like a lot of people in our society, right? They are like, and have an emotion and like caring is a bad thing, or it's like something that is not mature just because you're emotional about something you care about. And I mean, there's a way um to like be about things, but you handled it like really well. I think you're too hard on yourself for real.
Mm,
Like you can't fix things before you know that they're happening. It's like you want you keep having like if only you had like a freaking what was it, a time traveling suit or something, and it's like if only I was like 5 seconds earlier and I blocked them before they ever commented. Like that's how you you're okay. You know what I mean? You're so fine.
mhm.
Yeah. And then it's like people that cannot handle their energy be matched. And it's like it
Mhm.
really shows so much. And they just get caught in their own cycle of nonsense. And it's kind of like I don't like playing into the game of it because it's honestly like boring and annoying to me. But I do understand it. But then if you just block people, then you don't have to deal with it, and they can't comment. So it's like it's up to you, how you want to balance those things. And I really get like, I just
Yeah,
appreciate thoughtfulness, however the case. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah. Yeah, I guess like I think several people have told me, no, no, like you're gonna get better. You can practice, just practice, and
Hmm.
it'll start feeling easier. So then I guess with the trolls also it'll get easier.
Yeah, it's all just practice makes awesome. You know what I mean? And like it's totally like you're handling it solid. Like seriously.
You do really well too, because you don't take it from anybody. You
I
just,
don't.
I'm taking it
Yeah.
right away. Vlogging too. I've seen vlogging been like, no, 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 no. That's not. We're not gonna have that today. Vlog, both of you, in your own ways, you shut people down right away.
Hmm. Like it's just if you don't, because it's kind of like I don't want to waste my energy. I don't want to waste my life dealing with something I don't want to deal with. You know what I mean?
Mm,
And it's like I'm not gonna let some asshole waste my time on this earth, on like in this universe, to like engage with their nonsense. And it's like I really try to like engage in like good faith conversations, and I try to like talk with people, even if they like kind of piss me off, because I want good, and I know that restorative like talking and stuff can really help with that and like get people to see. But if they don't want to see, if they don't want to drink the water, I can't make it. You know.
Yeah. No, yeah, I get it.
And it's just it's a balance that people have to find out. And honestly, I've been streaming for like I haven't really done lives that much until I was really like around Joel with the lives. But I've been like someone who is a moderator for things, through rampages, who was a mod, just different stuff. So I kind of like get the game. You know what I mean?
It's just that because I've gotten trolled and stalked and all that stuff, but it has never been on these platforms. So I'm new to making content on YouTube. Other platforms, I like on TikTok I'm fine, or like on Twitter like I'm fine. But I guess it took me by surprise because I was not expecting it to ever happen on YouTube. So I guess you've been here on this side longer, and
Yeah, I'm
yeah,
not
you
gonna
have
lie,
more.
like I didn't make content on YouTube for a while because of how unhinged I saw it was. Like like seriously, I just like because I made like a lot of archives and stuff in the sense of like I made playlists of just the various things that I saw and I wanted to have known or have public for people to see to be informed on. And it's like being able to make your own content, it really gives you a voice to these things instead of just having information that other people put out that you put together. But it kind of it took me a minute because again, it's
No, I mean,
unhinged. Like
trust me, I believe you that it took you more than a minute because it's so much info. It's like a mini YouTube. Your channel is like a mini YouTube archives of YouTube. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I really like it like so much. Like it's kind of interesting because it was like this is just someone who was on YouTube for a while, who saw it for a while, who didn't even like. It was like I watched YouTube and I didn't even make an account. So I was like, fine, I want to make an account so I can just have all my stuff together. And it took me a while. Like, I can tell that like my account was like in 2014 made in there, but I only really started like posting videos around like 2020. That's a pretty freaking big gap of me being like fine.
I think I made my account on in the middle of 2015 probably, and I was just watching content, but and then I started actually I didn't start in the beauty community. I started in the book community. Yeah, but I saw how that community is, and then I was like, oh no, I don't think I'm gonna do that. So then I was watching at the same time the beauty community, and yeah, I've been trying to figure out what to do and all that. I've tried different things, and for me it's okay because a lot of big YouTubers have said that that it's okay to try different stuff when your channel is little, and figure out what you like, what you don't like, and what works and whatever. That it's good to do it when your channel is small because you don't. Well, your audience is not that big. So you can
And they
just do
can't
pretty
be
much.
like, why are you doing this? You know, like not enough people are gonna ask you like or like pay enough attention in that sense to be like, But at the same time, it's like a lot of bigger YouTubers, they get pigeonholed a lot of the time just because it's like YouTube always had this thing where people didn't get big unless they only talked about one topic, and now that there's so much out and like more variety streaming is really becoming a thing. I'm so fucking happy about it because I'm like I can't like if someone just only has one thing, I'm only gonna go to them for that one thing when I think of it. So I'm not always gonna go to them for content either.
And the thing is that everybody says that though. Everybody like the advice they give is no, you need to find your niche. and you need to find your niche. You need to concentrate on only one thing that you can
Mhm.
provide, because people don't like too much variety, or they don't like that it's not consistent, right? That yeah, if you just do random shit, they don't like it. So everybody's advice is the same. Like, no, 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 you need to find your niche. And I've always had trouble with that because uh, I don't like that. I really don't like it.
Mhm.
And then
Yeah, like I
I
don't want to be
follow
pigeonholed,
I
you know?
follow a lot of people who they just do whatever, or uh, they post beauty content, but they also post, I don't know, book reviews, or they post the blogs about their life or whatever. And then I'm like, oh yeah, okay, the beauty content, I don't like it, or I don't like this, and I just watch the videos that I like. Like Smokey Glow, she has a podcast, but the podcast that I watch is of her and her husband only, because she has another
Mhm.
with that is her and her friend. I don't watch that at all. I just watch the ones with Charles. So so I'm like, it's fine. Like, I think I I think people's like, if people like you, they're gonna watch whatever you put out there. But that's the number one thing everybody says. Like, even on TikTok, no, 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 no. You need to
Mhm.
be one thing only. And I'm like, that's boring to me though, because I just
It's
wanna
so
do
boring.
whatever.
Yeah, I just want to do what I set my mind to. I just want to do what I feel like doing. And that's honestly why my content's kind of like just, it's honestly everywhere. Everywhere I think of. And I love it that way. And I think if more people leaned into genuine variety, it's because it's like, I think the thing is why people are like, oh, people only love you for one content. And people go into it, it's because they don't do enough variety that it seems like only one content does well. But when you make so many videos, of course they're going to get like a bunch of traction. So if you do a bunch of videos on various things, they're going to all get a bunch of traction eventually.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I
Like on
mean?
TikTok, that the thing they say is the advice they give is like, okay, you need to post at least 10 videos a day. And I'm like,
Fuck that.
I don't have a
Fucking,
day. Imagine a day,
no,
every
a
single
fucking
day.
day.
If you wanna grow fast, every single. I'm like, I don't have time for that. I don't want to. I don't feel. I don't have the energy. I don't feel like making content every day. No, thank you. And I guess that's why so many people, they post pretty much the same video 10 times a day.
It's like
It's
I've
like,
seen that, and it's
yeah.
really like dang, because it's like they'll post the same video 10 times, and I'm like, I would be so annoyed at even having to scroll across my thing, and it's just 10 or 20 or 30 of the same video. I'm like, please, like honestly, I unfollow people when I see them do that. Like I'm like, I wouldn't mind if it was like the same kind of content but about different kind of things or whatever. But if it's going to be the exact same video, I'm like, I don't need you to saturate my stuff doing
Mm-hmm.
this. And that's like, I
Yeah.
don't see anything else but this. Like, that's spamming, you know?
Yeah, because pretty much what they do is that, okay, this they pick this a sound that is really hot at the moment, and then they just post the same. They, it's pretty much the same video. They just, especially if it's like a dance routine, they just change, I don't know, they put on a sweater and then they do the dance routine again, and then they put on a hat and then they do the same dance routine again, and then they change their pants, or they just do it from a different angle, but it's the same thing. And I'm like, there are accounts, because I saw this person and I was like, oh, this person, I really like them for character inspo. And then I went to their account and it was hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of videos with the same sound, doing the exact
Hmm.
same dance. That dance, arigato, yeah, that one.
Yeah, like, oh my God.
Yeah,
And
doing the little cat paws with the
yeah, I
arigato.
love it. I love
And
the dancing cat though. Like, I do. But at the same time, it's like, it's just, I think about how people they want you to do like 10 things a day, but at the same time if it's not quality content, I'm not going to put it out, in the sense of like, okay, if something's like just messy or whatever and I like the sound, I'm going to go for it. But I'm not going to drain myself to put out like lower quality content that I don't want to put out. just because I want to put out a video. Like, I feel like that's it's honestly really cheap. You know what I mean? In my opinion, as a creator, I guess. You know what I mean?
And that's what they do in the beginning, right? Like 10 videos. Okay, let's go. And then when they get to a specific number of followers, or like when they get verified, that's when they start posting like once a week. And it's like, but
Mm-hmm.
now, to me, it makes no sense that they're like, okay. Now I'm verified. Okay, fuck all of you. Oh, I'm sorry. I cursed in your stream. I didn't.
Oh, I don't. You know, I curse. I don't care. You're fine.
I didn't even
You're
ask
completely
permission.
fine.
But
Van,
yeah, it makes no sense to me because
you're fine. I got you.
they once they get verified, they're like, okay, yeah, I can take it easy now and just post whenever I want to. And it's like, but that's
Mm-hmm.
kind of like a slap in the face to your followers, because that's why a lot of them follow you, I think, so that to see a lot of content from you. But yeah,
Yeah, and then you completely just don't with what and it's like the thing is, I get if creators want to create something different, if they want to do something new, if they don't want to like do it the same stuff. But I'm just like, don't wear yourself out just putting out random ish. Like unless it's
yeah,
like, that's your gimmick, you want to be like random videos I like every day. I get that.
mm,
But it just doesn't make sense to like how it's so about quantity versus quality. And I
yeah,
never really was like into that because I just feel like it's a waste of time and it like just drains people so bad. Like,
no,
and
it
that's why a lot of
does.
creators they just stop after a while.
You
You
get
can tell
burnout.
it's because of that draining. Like that burnout is something serious that is not treated seriously enough.
Exactly, that's true. Like, I didn't know that it can take you years to heal from burnout. I thought it was just like,
Yeah,
okay, take a break and that's it. And no, the other day I was reading on it that that they're like, no, it's not that you're tired, or it's not that this and that. No, it's you're literally burnout. And I'm like, oh, okay, that makes sense. Actually, it makes sense.
yeah. Because I mean, imagine you're burned out for like 6 months. Burnout is like doing 4 times at least the amount of work that you're supposed to do in those 6 months. So if you think of like someone doing 4 times the amount of work in 6 months, it's like 2 years of work in 6 months, right? Imagine
Mm,
trying to recover from that. You know
yeah,
what I mean?
it's like when people are like, oh, I'm gonna sleep a lot to recover, or to like make up for the all those nights that I didn't sleep well. And it's like, no, that's not how that works. You're not making up for it. Like, yeah, that's not how you. That's it. The damage is done. Move on. I didn't
Yeah,
know. I thought that you could just sleep more one day and then be fine. But no, actually, no. The sleep
yeah,
deprivation,
exactly.
it doesn't go away. Like, your body's still healing from that.
It's such a big fucking no, and it's just that like people aren't machines. But even then, I kind of feel bad about overworked machines. Even machines
Mm.
get overworked.
Oh my
So
god,
it's like,
uh, that
hmm,
that movement, that it's like the what's it called? In which people are all the time like the productivity, like toxic productivity, I think it's called. But
yeah,
that overly, like, no, you if you're not producing, if you're not working, if you're not doing, like, you're wasting your time, you're wasting your life. You have to be doing something every day. Produce. And I'm like,
yeah. We're not our production. I get what you're saying because it's really messed up. Because that's how like so many content creators are taught that they have to put out so much all the time, every day, all the time. And I'm like, that is not sustainable. It's not reasonable. And
mm,
there's only so much time in the day. There's only so much time for you to be able to do things, to exist, do the things that you want and what you want to put out instead of like acting like you're only a productivity because it's just not the case. And then the sad part is when people do that every day, then you have people that only care about what's put out in that day, and you never have people go back to look at what you've done before, and that's messed up. It's really messed up because it
But like,
happens a lot of the time.
but then like they take it also like to like every day. Like no, you're not allowed to have a day of rest. No, you have to be productive every single day. Like what are you doing? What are you doing? You need to keep moving. You need to be doing something. You need to like money, 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 or you need to keep making. And I'm like, you know that because there are a lot of people who sell like courses to make you a more productive person. There are hundreds of accounts everywhere, all across social media, that are productivity gurus, right? But I'm like, it's just that I don't I don't think people work that way. But also I feel like this is just a thing that it was sold to people by corporations so that they can keep working, so that they can be tricked into thinking
Yeah,
this is the way you should live your life, and you should be ashamed if you are not being productive every single day. And I'm like, you're not helping
you're
people,
right.
you're not helping yourself, like to the people selling courses or whatever. I'm like, yeah, you
Yeah,
are, but in reality what you're selling to people is you need to produce. You're helping corporations, you know, to keep people working. That's literally what you're doing. That's literally. So I'm like, you don't
yeah, to
even.
keep people burned out, to keep people going and going and going and going until there's just
Yeah,
nothing but bare bones.
and
It's
they
messed up.
themselves also are burned out because they have to live that lifestyle as well. And I'm like, you don't realize you're
Hmm.
brainwashed. That's how I feel. I
Yeah,
feel like they themselves are brainwashed, and they are doing
honestly,
this dirty work by brainwashing more people for them. And I'm like, at the end of the day, the ones that benefit the most from that type of mentality are corporations, not you. So I'm like, stop it. People are not meant to do that. People need to rest.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. I hear you so much. Like seriously, yeah. Like people are constantly they're constantly put into this position of thinking that they have to be a certain way, they have to fit certain boxes, and they have to always, always, always put out something for people to consume, as if the only basis of their existence is other people's consumption, and it's just not right. It's not
Mm-hmm.
right at all. And I really, really want people to realize that, people are going to enjoy what you would enjoy as a creator. And if people don't, then, they can go find someone else. Seriously, never like, like, for real though. They can, if it's that serious, if they just cannot handle the fact of you doing what you enjoy and what you want to do, then there's like billions of people out there, or they can make their own content. Don't think
Yeah.
that no one should have to like pigeonhole themselves to make other people happy. I really, it is really messed up because it's like I think about like so many people that just stop making content,
Yeah.
that just like they were on pause for months, for years, and like you just never see them anymore because of how burnt out they are from it all.
Or then you see Smoky Glow. She does that all the time. She's like, oh, I needed to take a mental health break because she produces and
Yeah.
produces. I mean, she has her channel, like her main channel, but she has a vlog channel, and then she has pretty much podcasts. So she's like this Smoky Glow. She's making turning it into a brand. I think it's a brand already, to be honest. So she
Honestly,
has
yeah.
she's pushing so much content, especially for December. She does vlogmas. I mean glowmas, and then she
Hmm.
posts every single day. I don't know if she posts all in all her channels, but she posts every single day. And like she
Basically, just
plans it.
because she does it. Yeah.
Yeah, she plans it from like June. Like she's in, started recording videos. So
Yeah.
she often is like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I've been missing. I needed a break," or like sometimes she takes an entire month, and I'm like, I think it is because she just keeps pushing, 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 pushing content, and then
Yeah.
she gets she gets to a point in which she just cannot do it anymore, and then she takes a big ass break instead of like not push it so much or like not spread it so thin. Uh,
Yeah. Because
but
I mean,
yeah,
I do understand it because it's like, that's people's money. That's also YouTube and how they fostered this weird kind of way about it. Like it's always like you have to push out content, you have to do this to even get like a sum of money, and they cut profits and stuff, and it's just like, geez.
yeah, yeah. I mean, now she's like a money making machine because now uh, she doesn't. I don't think she's going to school anymore, but I don't think she doesn't have to work. Like YouTube is her business, is a business now for her. So I'm like, yeah, that's why she just needs to keep pushing content because how else? I think her husband, he's not working anymore. I think he works for the Smoky Glow brand now. He's the one who edits the videos, I think, and he takes care of a lot of the behind the scenes stuff. So now, and then she has an assistant, and then she so it's like this what money making machine needs to keep going, needs to keep making. And I'm like, yeah, that's why you need to keep taking breaks like that. Like people are like, oh, where is she? And then suddenly she's like, oh, just so you know, friends, I have to take a month. I have to take a month. Or like she had to go. I don't know if
Hmm.
she went to the hospital or what, but I think
Yeah, she had like she something with her foot or something. She like really got messed up and like something, and she ended up having to like have a break because she was just so sick and like her foot was like all messed up or something. And
no before that.
people. Oh dang.
No, before that,
Y-
I think that she just like physically she just couldn't, and then she had to go to the hospital or she had to go somewhere, and she had to
Mhm.
stay there for a little bit because that's how bad she was feeling, but like mentally,
Yeah, and it's just
like
people don't
exhaustion.
need to be doing that much to themselves. Like, I wish that, you didn't feel so obligated to always have to push out content because I really like what she's put out and stuff. But at the same time, it's like, I'm the type of person, I wouldn't mind waiting years for genuine content that someone really thought about. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just like, put it out when it deserves to be out, or like, put it out when you're ready. Don't overwork yourself to hurt yourself for like this, because I mean, just as someone who watches, I don't want to see anybody strain themselves to the bone. I never want to see any of that ever, even for like work or anything. Like, it's not feasible, it's not right. And I hate that that's like such an like people feel like such an obligation that it has to be like that, because I mean, it's just not sustainable, and it does really wear on the mind and body eventually.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because you know what happens with your head, it'll affect everything else too. I
Oh
really
yeah,
do.
yeah. Like it's so true that I've seen a lot of creators go through that, go through. Oh yeah, like suddenly they just disappear, and then they're like, yeah, yeah, I, I've been gone for a month because I literally could not take it anymore. I was even in the hospital because exhaustion. They
Yeah,
literally straight up told them, "Oh, you're exhausted. That's why you ended up here." Or they just were walking around and they passed out, and it's like, yeah, that's why. But because
exactly.
this is how they eat. And then, sometimes the bigger the creator gets, they start getting buying properties, or like they start getting their lifestyle changes as well. So then now they actually
They
have
have to
to,
keep up with it.
yeah,
Yeah,
they have to make more money so that they can pay for the house or whatever they bought.
yeah, and
And that's
I just
weird.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah,
like, oh my God.
exactly.
And then not
I
only
really
that,
understand.
having to make the video for like the actual video, right? But then they have to make and tailor specifically the sponsorship videos, which are sometimes are two videos within the video, sometimes it's just one video, but that video has to be super specific because for the sponsorships, they even sometimes send them a script of how the video is supposed to look like, and then that video needs also to be edited and then sent to the people for them to approve it, and then they approve it, and then you send it back, and then you have to record the actual video and then put that the sponsorship video in. No, it's so much crap.
Yeah,
It's
and it's just
insane.
Jesus Christ. It's intense for real.
I didn't even think about how much work goes into sponsorships as well. Like for the beauty community, that's also what they have to do. They have to do and they have to say specifically what they want, or like sometimes they're like, okay, you need to mention the name of the product at like this many times throughout the video. So and that's insane to me. I'm like, oh my God. Like,
It
because
was pretty bad, and it still kind of is. Like,
I despise editing videos, and my videos are not that cool. That I'm not good at editing, so they're not cool. It's just like, okay, here you go. But
just solid.
yeah, people are adding like effects and are adding like music, and they're adding like the yeah, so many different things that they're doing with the video so that it looks cool, right, and eye catching, and like so that to keep also people entertained with the way the video is edited. So it's so much shit that goes into it.
Yeah.
So I'm like, this is why. But imagine like for example, Smoky Glow, right? She's no longer editing videos. Like her husband is the one who edits the videos, and still she's like, yeah, I needed to take a break, you guys, because it's too much. So imagine if it was still her editing the videos. That's dangerous.
Yeah. People don't take into consideration how much like rest is actually important for the human mind and body and soul. They just don't. Like, it's like, you get that, want to get everything out, want to have everything done, but at the same time, we need rest to like process and be, and just have time to ourselves. Like, you can't just always be on all the time. You can't. It's unrealistic to expect that.
And then it's like most of your time is like, okay, half of the time is making videos, or like a third of your time is making videos, the other third is like eating and sleeping, and the other third is doing research for fucking videos. I can't, it's too much. That's why I was like, no, I'm just gonna do live streams. I'll just do that.
Fair though. Like, it is a lot easier to like do a live stream and talk with somebody than making a video, but I do appreciate making videos. I'm gonna try and like get back to really doing that sometime, because it's just that I've been trying to catch up with because I showed you like something that I've been having in the works and stuff. It's just having to re-add stuff because people keep doing this. But it's just the whole thing, and it's just going at it for how it works for you. And if you ever really want help with like making a full video, I could definitely like work with you on it too. I'm here,
Oh, thank you.
Definitely. I love helping people out however I can, and it's like creation can be so much more accessible than how it is. And I don't want to add on to the leadism of it all. You know what I mean? Like, because so many people, they're like, no, I know how to do this, you know, and they,
Oh yeah, yeah,
or
yeah.
like, you know, they want to lay out like no one can do what they can. But I mean, like, anyone could be a creator if they really wanted to.
Yeah. And but then you become a creator and you're like, oh wow. I didn't think it would be like this. I guess that's why a lot of people make YouTube channels and then they just after a few videos they're like, oh yeah, I'm done. Actually, I didn't like it as much as I thought I would.
Yeah, because it is more than you think, and then you want to keep up, but then you can't, and then like, but at the same time, it's like people need to go at their pace, their speed, their time. You know what I mean? And people, they focus so much on others and what they're doing, than just being
Yeah.
like, hey, this is when I want to put this out. I put this all together at my time and how I felt about it, and here you go. And that's fine, you know? That's actually wonderful to do at things at your pace instead of like people acting like they always have to compete. Because I know that it's like a competitive field or whatever. And I know that they've fostered this kind of thing where people feel like they have to have everything like as the first person to say stuff. But honestly, you know, I'm the type of person that, okay, I may not be the first person to say stuff, but I know I thought about it real long and hard before I like put it out there. You know what I mean?
I was gonna say something, but I forgot.
Right. Yeah, beans.
Oh
I
yeah,
love this
like
music.
that.
Oh yeah.
That even if like when you sometimes like it's discouraging, right? Because then you're like, okay, I have things to say. Let's say, like me, for example, in the book community, and then it's like, okay, I'm gonna make videos of my favorite books, and then it's like, no, that's not how. That's not how any of that works. You need to just keep making videos of the most popular books out there, and
Yeah.
it's the same in the. I guess it's the same all across communities that revolve around products, because it's like, okay, no, you need to just review whatever the newest thing is. And I was like,
Yeah.
like I don't like I don't like to read that much YA though. And they're like, well, sorry, because over here
Yeah.
we only review YA and the newest YA at that. And I was like, I don't like that. So then I was like, okay, but I want to talk about these other books though that I like. And then it's like, well, yeah, you can do that, but just screaming to the void, because I mean, because you're not gonna grow fast like that. So then I was like, oh, okay. So that's what I saw. And then when I started watching in the beauty community and all that, I was like, oh, it's the same over here. And then people, when they start, are at a disadvantage, like greatly, because
Yeah.
the big accounts or the big, YouTubers, they get the product sent to them prior to the product being released. So then
Yeah.
they post the reviews and everything, and then that's the hype dies out, and then you're out here with having to wait until the product is released. You have to wait, and then you have to go buy it, and then you have to, by the time you film the video, the hype is no longer there. So it's
Yeah.
this vicious cycle of I'm really
Trying to keep
trying.
up.
Yeah.
I mean, I've always been somebody who's like, make your stuff because you want to. Make it because you're interested in it. Put it up because you're into it and it's because it's what you enjoy. Like so many times, like, you know, people always going with what's new. That's why people can't keep up. It's a vicious cycle because it's like, don't just go with what's new, go with what you're into. You know what I mean? And then, like, if you do it because you enjoy it, people can tell, you know, and it's like a genuine review that way, however the case, however long it's been. Like, I don't care if something's been like 5 years since it's been out. I will appreciate looking at a review because someone wanted to make that review versus
Yeah,
someone just making it because it's new. And you can tell that there's like stuff like that. But then
that's
it's like,
right.
you also got to think about it like 5 years down the road, right? If someone wants to look up that review or something, like, it's
Yeah,
just, there's so many different things. You should do it and make it so it's for you. So it's like, it's intrinsically you. And if someone's going to look for content, they're going to go to you for it because they like that you put your, how you were about it. You know what I mean?
yeah, that's what I did with this creator and on YouTube. She would post like once a month because her reviews about makeup, they were very in depth, and I liked watching her because she knows what she's talking about. She is in that industry. Like, people come to her, companies come to her, so that to consult when it comes to beauty products. So I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. So she sometimes she was busy at work, so she would not post content for like a month or two, and then later on she got like some health issues, or like she got even more like swamped with work. So I waited for that lady to post videos for like a year, and I was like, I'm over here. Yes, fine. Yes, I will wait for you to post me. I don't care if I have to wait a year. I will wait for you because
Mm.
that's how good her content is, you know. But no, it doesn't. I was really happy that with TikTok, I think that setup of the vicious cycle of only the big creators are the ones who can review products before they're released. And so the little people, the smaller channels don't even get a chance. Because on TikTok,
Mhm.
although it still happens, but I think on TikTok people are like, yeah, I want other type of content. On TikTok, you have book reviews of all types of books, and it's fine. You just can you just have to find whoever you like, or like with beauty products and stuff like that. It's not like a bubble, you know. I really like
Yeah.
that TikTok came and burst a lot of bubbles, and I'm like, oh, that's awesome. And also people
Yeah.
speaking up about it, and I'm so glad that it's starting to end.
Yeah, because I mean, it's just that like having something that's like a shorter form content that anyone could look at. It's just kind of like it really evened the playing field for anyone who made like shorter form content, however the case. Or if they just chop stuff up and put it on TikTok, you know what I mean?
Mm,
And it it's interesting just because of how it did, burst that bubble. And a lot of bubbles are being burst right now. And I think it's like I honestly think we're on the cusp of genuine good, of genuinely having people create and genuinely like putting things out because we want to, not just because, someone told us to, that we had to do it a certain way. You know what I mean?
mm.
And it's interesting because so many platforms are trying to emulate TikTok now. I mean, YouTube Shorts came out because of how TikTok did. Which is pretty fucking funny, honestly, in my opinion. And now
I
YouTube's like, yeah, you gotta do shorts to really get successful on YouTube. It's so weird.
Yeah, I really like that it's like the universe is no longer YouTube anymore. I really like that because
Yeah,
a lot of people in different areas were like, okay, we are the ones who dominate, and there you go, this is it, you know. But now, because of
yeah,
TikTok, there are other, I think, different communities, right? That, like I said, there are people who what they do, what they do in their account is specifically only Twilight. That's it, and people fucking love it. And I'm like, yes, and Twilight. Yes, there are people that are like their entire content is about historical romance books. So they all, but not the new ones, the old ones, the ones that still had like Fabio on the on the cover and stuff, and that's all they do. And they did try, though. They, at least in the book community, they did try to pretty much do the same they were doing over here in the YouTube community, but other reviewers other reviewers were like, "Yeah, we're not doing that shit over here. Like, you need to stop it." Because this one person wanted to be like, "No, we're not gonna do negative reviews, and we're not gonna do this," and like pretty much
Hmm.
the same format they have over here in the YouTube community. So I think that person had a platform over here in the YouTube community, and then they went to TikTok, and then they brought the same bullshit to TikTok, and
Yeah, that happens so much.
everybody was like, no, negative reviews are valid too. We can say whatever. Books are not
Yeah.
people. We can talk shit about books. It's fine. And then, no, yeah, because
Yeah.
yeah, because they want to have this toxic positivity bullshit that it's like, no, books are sacred. You can't talk bad about books. You cannot curse. You have to be like this and you have to be like that. You need to only talk about the newest releases, and you need to be positive at all times. If you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. Like they were trying to tone police people and like tell people what to say and what not to say. And no, in this community and I was like so mad because the top TikTok book creator over there, book reviewer, he was the one who was
Hmm.
trying to continue this bullshit cycle of you can never talk bad about a book, never. And I'm like, I understand that you want to continue having your fucking sponsorships and you want to be a writer in the future, because let's be
Yeah.
honest, most reviewers, that's what they want. That's what they why they start doing reviews, because they want to they're aspiring authors. And I'm like, I get it that you
Yeah.
want to keep your sponsorships. You don't want to. You will pretty much what they're doing is trying to brainwash people into not post negative reviews ever, because they want to, when they publish their book eventually, they don't want to hear any fucking negative reviews either. They were like, no, let me just brainwash people. And I'm like, no.
Yeah.
And I was glad
Like, you
that
can't
everybody
do
was like, well,
that.
yeah.
Like, it's so pathetic, actually, to, like, write better if you don't want people to write negative reviews, like, literally. And it's just, entitlement of being like, oh, everyone has to love my stuff, they have to be nice. Or they have, like, it's just a weird nice culture, in the sense of, like, people are like, to be nice means you have to be disingenuous about how you feel for someone else's feelings. And that's not right.
And that's how exactly how they act. They're like, I mean, I got this book for review. I mean, vampires are not really my thing, but I've heard really nice things about it. And I was like, they will tiptoe around the fact that this is not the genre they like. In this type of book that they didn't even like the writing, they will tiptoe around and make it into buy it. But buy it. I mean, maybe it's me. Maybe I'm dumb. I am dumb, right? I'm dumb because
Oh my
I
gosh.
didn't get it right. So they go to those texts, and I'm like, no, because you're not allowed to say anything negative about books. Just like they were doing the same in the beauty community over here too. That no, like all the products were, everybody was obsessed. Oh, I've been so obsessed with this. Oh my god, I'm so obsessed. I'm so obsessed. And it's like, you don't care about this product, but they were trying to sell it. So I'm glad that in TikTok it's like, no, we're not gonna do that here. We're allowed to talk negatively
Yeah.
about books. We're allowed to criticize books. And but so it's divided in two camps: the people who say negative things, and the people who are with their toxic positivity. Eh, but I'm glad that at least little by little things are changing. Hold on, my cat wants me to let him out.
Cats, I get you. My cat's really talkative too, when he feels like it. But going, I really think, yeah, step by step, every step matters. And I feel like people are really trying and really wanting things to be thoughtful and mindful, and like just put in that to be genuine, and it matters so much. It matters more than like people originally gave it credit for. And I'm glad that we're not playing in those sick games anymore. I really am.
Okay, I'm back.
Hey, back. How's Brian?
Oh wow! Yeah. Okay, I was not expecting. I was not expecting a joke.
I can't help it. Sometimes I gotta put out that joke every now and then. It's funny. But yeah, huh?
Yeah.
I
Oh.
hear a lot. A while ago. Okay, send me a message so I can make sure to find you, because TikTok's kind of weird. Like, trying to find people, like, it's just like there's messages, and then it's just completely overloaded. Whenever you add somebody, it's like, you can message him now, and it's like, it looks like you messaged him and you didn't, and I'm just like, and when is TikTok gonna have a black light filter?
Never.
Because y'all hurting my eyes. That's why I don't go on it that much.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like literally, if website does not have like a dark blue or like black background, I'm honestly not on it as much. Like TikTok and Instagram, I honestly kind of avoid them and only answer when like people are responding to me. But I'd actually post more if they didn't do that and hurting my eyes. Like, I'm not even kidding. That's literally like the basis of me using things. Because if YouTube like didn't have a background filter, I honestly wouldn't use it as much.
Wow.
If Twitter didn't have it, I wouldn't use it as much. Facebook, I actually avoided using it until they finally put black filter in the background, because that shit like literally hurts my eyes so much. Like I can't I can't stare at it for too long. Or like I actually get pissed off. Like, like I'll actually get like really fucking pissed off about it. Like I'll like be like I'll get like my eyebrows get a little furred, and like someone could tell them getting irritated, like because I'm staring at it too long. I'm not even kidding.
That's how little they think about accessibility to people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
They're like, you're gonna be fine, and they don't even realize that people are avoiding their platform because their eyes hurt.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like they don't even like think about that, like, and it's really fucking jank, honestly. Like it's so fucking jank. Because even then, if you have like a filter, sometimes it'll like come off because you don't have like. Because if there were like blue light filter cases that genuinely worked, that weren't like, that didn't just look fucking ugly or more thought out, more people would get so many of them. Like so many of them, people would like genuinely get them. Like I really feel like, because if that was actually being like, hey, have you thought about your eye health? Have you been having issues with sleeping and you don't know why? Have you been using your phone just a little too much and then you just get migraines all the time? Well, hey, here's a case for you. You can put it on your phone. You can have this case for your Switch or whatever. Like various different options for people to be able to not have their eyes fucking hurt all the time. Like, I'm giving you all ideas, whoever's listening. If y'all don't do it, I'm gonna fucking do it. And I'm gonna design that shit and people are gonna fucking love it. So, you and me. I'm so serious.
Maybe you will make it, and then you're gonna become an ultra billionaire.
And then you know what's gonna piss them all off? I'm gonna actually fix world hunger if that happens.
And then
I'm gonna actually fucking do it. Fuck. All these people with more than enough money and don't. Oh, do words tend to shake a mood for you when you're reading? I sometimes it's like I'm pretty sure I'm dyslexic because family back had dyslexia and stuff, and it's like I kind of, if you could tell, I kind of think backwards, forwards, and um words switch around a lot. I'm actually like really well read for someone who's potentially has dyslexia. Because it's like I used to read a lot, but it kind of like honed in my skills on it. But still, it's like I can get cross-eyed and like things get all like topsy-turvy or like upside down. But that's also why I think of music the way I do. That's why I manipulate that's why I manipulate colors the way I do. That's why I manipulate time. Because it's like the thing is, things can be like in 4/4 or something, which is like da 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 da. But then I'll be like da 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 da, like some shit like that for no fucking reason, and it's okay. But it just kind of like across like words, colors, things. It kind of has become a whole thing. Da 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 da, la di da di da 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 da, la di da 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 da, la di da da da, la di da di da 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 da. Like honestly, I started out with piano, and this like music is just speaking to me. Like,
Yeah, I can do that. Yeah.
I hear you, Tricia. I have to look into it. The Erling syndrome. Alright. Yeah, because it's like, oh, I can see things, but it's just that my brain perceives it kind of wonky sometimes if I'm not like focusing on it. Like, if I just let my eyes like unfocused looking at something, sometimes it can get all topsy turvy, like wonky. However, like in a really weird way. I just like have to really look at things. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
I remember like when I tried, because honestly I don't read music notes that often. I don't like write music. I don't write the notes down. I just can hear them and I go with it. And the melodies a lot of the time. Like I haven't really read music in a while, but when I do, it can kind of get like a bit weird, just because it's like when you try and like put these, they're not even words. They're literally like just dots with some lines and shit. So imagine how that happens to somebody who has dyslexia. It's like, what am I even looking at sometimes?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I kind of had an issue on just processing reading it. Like I look at it, but then I'm like, and I just practiced it so my muscle memory would get it more than like my brain would actually remember exactly what it was. So it's just kind of like one of those things. All right, I'll definitely look into that as soon as I can, and I appreciate you for letting us know. And I'll show it for people. Okay.
Okay.
Da 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 da. La di da di da, la di da di da. La di da di da, la di da di da.
I mean, when I read the same paragraph
Yeah.
over, oh my god, I hate it. I hate when that happens, and I'm like, okay, I'm just going through the words, but then I'm like, oh yeah, I didn't understand that at all because I was not here. So then I read it again, and then I read it again.
I know, right? And you just boot up sound like remix. Like, Oh my god. And yeah, I've been thinking about getting maybe some blue light filter glasses or something. Maybe I thought about it, but I also like just sometimes I really just put my shades on because I have shades that like fit over my glasses, and it's so perfect. So I'm like, I'm just gonna do that, you know. Da da la di da da la. Dun 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 da la di da la di da di da di da la dun 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 la di da di da la di da da da. Thank you for like joining the conversation, man. I really appreciate like having conversations with you. It's so nice. It really is.
Me too. I enjoy our little chats.
Yeah. And thank you everyone who's been in the chat and like engaging and stuff. And Trishy, it's really nice talking with you. Thanks for like being around because I know you kind of like newish to like being around on my channel, but it's really nice addition. For real. Yeah. Like I know Trishy has some another streams, daily streams before, and finally checked out my content. But honestly, I don't really talk about my content like much on when I'm on other people's lives because I know like But then it's like you can't always catch everything or like what someone has, and then it's like if you're just in the comments or something. YouTube doesn't make it known that someone creates things. Like I really feel like if like someone has like a comment or something, it should be a thing like this is a content creator. They make content like a little dot or something to like let people know. Because I think that would make it like really cool and better to make people like understand engaging. Because it's like people have to go to your channel to even see if you make content, and it's like how would you get them to do that? Sometimes. And I think about that. But a lot of them they just kind of like don't. They don't. It doesn't show up unless you have like a check mark by your name, and it's pretty elitist. Like, I have a check mark to be recognized as a genuine creator. I don't think it has to be like that. Yeah. La di da. La di da di da da la di da. La di da 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 la di da. La di da di da di da di da. La di da da da. Every other time that I always thought that, every other way that I've always said that, every other time that I've always been away from the sins I swear I said no. I tried to say something. I messed it up. But that was a nice flow. Whoever's listening, you can't deny. La di da da da. La di da da da. La da da da. La da da da. Every other time that we couldn't be. just don't wanna hear my way anymore. Will you tell me how to try to live? Or is it just something I have to see?
Hey.
Hey. Man, I really love streaming. Like, it's just so funny. Like 10 years ago, I really didn't think this would be something that I'd just be doing. That I'd find so many like wonderful people that like connect and talk and be. Eh. It's like every now and then I'll just sit down and think about it, and I'm just like, this is pretty freaking awesome. The technology advancements, like, I mean, the fact that this exists. I remember ping pong, like, I remember when TVs were like as big as a fucking half of a room. Well, not TVs, but computers,
Oh my god, that's so true. The big ass TVs.
Remember dial-up, that existential nightmare?
Oh my god.
Taught a lot of people patience.
The phones being on the cord phone, having to have that fucking shit with the long ass cord.
Yeah, and then I'm just also thinking about like the original Hot Wheels, like the things. I don't know why, but it's just so interesting, and then like seeing how it's come to be and how you can literally make games and play things on your phone and like stream all of this and have like GBA games that are like things that you can emulate now, and you can just stream them now, and it's just like you just vibe and act and be, and it's just like, wow, like it's mind blowing how fast technology grows and grows, and now it's just like a whole evolution within itself.
Yeah,
it's so beautiful.
Gosh forbid if someone was on the phone while you were on the internet. That's so true. Back in the day.
I know, right? Exactly. Was a whole fucking thing. Da, 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 da.
Tricia. Is it Tricia or Trisha? I'm going to hate the thing when I tell my kid I'm older than Google. So many parents be like, "Oh, my kid," and blah, blah, and they're like, "I am older than Google," and then they don't believe them.
Yeah, that's pretty wild, isn't it? I literally saw this like Instagram meme or something. It was like this dude being like sitting here, and it's like me when I tell my kid that I was born in the 1990s, and they're like, 1990? I was born in 2010. Like, what are you talking about? Like, that existed. Like, I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah, like the 1900s, and it's like, what? The 1900s? But also, like, for example, me, I was alive before cell phones.
Oh my gosh.
I am older than cell phones.
Oh my gosh, you had to deal with that on the ringer phone. Like, where you had to like move it, it was like one number and then it went back, and then another number and then it went back. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I remember those.
they were fun though. I liked it. It was like sensory heaven, honestly.
Oh,
Hey,
they,
Dizzy, what's
they
up?
were not cool when you were trying to make an emergency call because
Oh
you
yeah,
couldn't make them
911
go
took for fucking
faster.
ever.
You can't make that bitch go
But,
faster. It was such a great upgrade when they started coming out with the phones with the buttons on them. It was like, oh, look at me. I am a modern person. I have buttons. I don't have that old shit that takes
I
20
am a
years.
modern person.
I am a
Oh
modern
my
woman.
god.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh, and hey y'all, Dizzy, the gamer jet is a really cool content creator. He plays like a lot of retro stuff. I've enjoyed like watching, talking about like music and whatever. Like he has like so many like different talks about movies and stuff. I think y'all would enjoy checking out his streams. Let me see, like, yeah, let me make it
Okay, cool.
a show so like people can see his name. Like he's a really chill dude. We've talked about music and all sorts of stuff. I appreciate it. Like, and then I've like found like other people's content through him that play video games and stuff. And it's just such a vibe, like for real. The second story, holy Christ! Alright, Jizzy, it sounds cool. And it's been a
Oh
pretty chill
yeah,
day,
those
Jizzy.
bricks, those bricks were very durable.
Yeah,
Not like
it's
today.
it's really ridiculous. Like when phones were dumb, they didn't break, but now that they're smart, they break. Like what are you talking about? Like
That's true. What the fuck is up with that?
and even now, like I saw a Nokia phone that broke the other day, and I was like, what is happening? Oh, like, oh my god.
I loved my flip phone. I really, really liked it, but I didn't like that it
Yeah,
took me 20 years to text something.
yeah. Like man, but people who had the Razor, they were the baddest bitch in the earth. You know, like those Razor phones were it. Like,
People want to get back to that now. They're like, because you could hang
yeah,
up on people like clack, just closing it. And if
it
you
was
were
pretty
like,
iconic.
I saw a person like posting a video that is like, oh, what? Are you pregnant? Not by me, bitch, plaque. And then he clacked it.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Lord. Like, it's like, okay, like, I really loved those phones that it wasn't a flip phone, but you know, it was like a slide phone where it slid and you had like basically a regular like QWERTY keypad for it. That was
Those
like
were really
such
cool. Those
century,
were
yes.
even on like those were on videos too, like on music videos. Like I
Yeah.
saw those were cool. Like the what was it called? The kick? The they were not flip phone, there was like the kick something. So you would kick it to the side. Or like you would
Uh-huh.
slide it. Oh, those were really cool.
Yeah, I love those. Those are like the epitome of how I wanted my phone. And then they did smartphones, and I kind of get it, but smartphones is like, if the screen messes up, you can't do shit. That's the thing. Like, that's the thing that gets me.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, sidekicks. And yeah, the pink razor was iconic color. And then like the little jewelry that people had for it, because they always had like a little like tie or something that you could put like it was basically a phone emote on it, like a little keychain. Yeah, it was like a little charm you could have for your little razor or something. That was so fucking
Yeah.
cute.
Yeah, that's true. Oh my god. Yeah. Now we have
Yeah,
pop sockets.
honestly, like Jesus, it's so interesting. Like, I just wish that like if someone wanted to really make a smartphone, right? If they wanted to have something that was like pretty, like if something happened to it, it could have like a backup. Like you could have like a smartphone that like opened, like that was a sidekick, and you had like a QWERTY keypad inside of it, and you just slide it out if you like needed it for something. I'd be like, bet, you know? But I get that might be a lot, but at the same time, if the battery was detachable, they could probably do that pretty well. But they want to make it so the battery's like so stuck to the phone that you have to go to someone else to pay like $50 to like fix your phone now, or like more than that. Really, $50 like a minimum at this point, which is sad. Like I'm like the right to repair laws. Like we've made some big wins and stuff like recently too, because after iPhone got sued so much for bullshit, but it's
Yeah.
just the whole thing. I think I had like a BlackBerry. That was like my first phone.
Remember when the BlackBerry was the thing too? Like everybody, like like the presidents had it, and like everybody who was like in a business or something, they had to have a fucking BlackBerry.
Yeah, exactly. It is really interesting. Like, wow. Dun, dun, dun,
I
dun.
remember
I
when
love
I
this.
when I got my first
Uh-huh.
touchscreen phone, it felt so weird to not have to press buttons. It was like, I don't know how to do this. Oh my god, with the with the fingers. Oh my god, and then it felt so strange because it was so sensitive to the touch.
Yeah,
So
and
if
you,
I wanted
yeah.
to type in like whatever I touched, it was like right away it would it would click like 3 times whatever letter, and I was like, oh my god, it took such a long time to get used to it, and now I'm clicking.
All the clicks.
Yeah, but
I
I
get you
remember
though.
that experience. It was really strange to just touch a little screen and then like, because I mean I learned to type on like a typewriters, right? But then like
Oh yeah.
to move to like the little keyboards on phones, still you needed to like click them with certain strength, right? Like, but then like the touchscreen, you needed to be so light with it. It was such a strange.
Yeah, I can imagine because it's like you had to be like so heavy-handed, like because you know, I just hear when you said earlier that the thing fell off, and you had to press the button real extra hard. You know, I feel like
Yeah,
we've all had that experience.
yeah, because
Like,
the keyboard on the phones, it was so little, so you had to use your fingernails mostly to tap the little
yeah.
keys. But then it's like, no, now you need to do it with your fingertips. So it was such a weird experience.
And all the people with long nails were pissed. Typewriters are so sensory heaven, though. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I really love the feeling of a typewriter in my hands. Like, it's just all the little clackers and stuff, like the click, 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 and all that. It's so beautiful. And
Oh
then
my
like how
god.
it goes like, ting, and then
it
like
was
you go like, shh.
a nightmare to learn to type on a typewriter with the like the old typewriters. And then when
Mm-hmm.
the electric typewriters came out, it was also a strange experience because they were so light to the touch, and then you used to like just hammering this these things lighter with the electric typewriters. It was I'm tired. I'm tired of this technology shit.
You're like, when are the advancements stopping? And they never did. Like it just kept going. I hear you. It's interesting. Like I can't imagine. Like it's so cool though. Like being able to learn that. I bet that was fucking frustrating. But the fact that you have these memories of like learning something new that's like completely different than what you've ever seen before, that's pretty interesting. Mm. Oh yeah, increment. No, actually, I found typewriter at like an old pawn shop I went to where I got like a lot of my vinyl. And I wanted it so bad, but I'm like, I am not enough of a writer to get it, so I didn't. Like, da, 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 da.
I have an old typewriter, but it's I'm trying to repair it because it's a little banged up. I don't even know if I can find the parts for it. But just
Good
for
luck.
nostalgia's sake, I want to repair it.
That'd be really cool. I hope you get to find it all.
From an old house. It was left in an old house, and then someone was like, "Oh, I'm gonna throw it away," and I was like, "Well, can I keep it?" And then they gave it to me.
That's cool. I hope you really get it figured out. I mean, you know, the might be an obsolete kind of thing in the sense of like you don't see it normally, but you might be able to find some parts somewhere.
Yeah, I think so. I think, well, I hope so. I'm like, yeah, for sure. But what if I don't?
I mean, probably. There's a lot of people that try and like revamp old things, and you never know. Like, you probably could just like look up on various like typewriter repair stuff, like keywords and shit. You might be able to really find something. Like, I don't know if you have like a specific type of typewriter. Fun, but like if they have like different models, because there's different models of typewriters, right?
Yeah.
So you know, you could probably go off on like the model and all that. I mean, you probably get that, but yeah, it would be cool.
So they just look for the specific model type, and then they find the parts for it if there are available. No, but like what made me almost kind of like a flip a table was when, you know how they started coming out with keyboards so that you could pair them up to your devices, right? To your phone, or you could pair them up to your tablets or whatever. But then later on they came out with keyboards that is like resembles the keyboard of a typewriter. And I was like, just get a fucking just get a typewriter. Just get a type. Like, who's going to be like doing? I don't know. It's just that a lot of people, I guess, because they've never had that experience of like being in school and then having to like use a typewriter, and how much it hurts to like typing on those for hours and hours and hours.
Yeah.
Especially when you're starting, how much your fingers like hurt or bleed when you start.
Yeah, because it was like a lot to like press all the way down to have it like completely have like the ink on the paper. I do understand, like.
Yeah, and then like on the top, like in my school, like the ink cartridges were not like brand new, so you had to actually like boom, like I believe that was the beginning of my carpal tunnel, to be honest with you. So
that's fair. Oh my god.
But
like,
I guess that because people have never had that type of experience, they're like, oh my god, wouldn't it be cool if I just bought these? Like, oh my god, look at me, I am in like, typewriter, look at me, it looks so cool, like a type. And I'm like, no, that's not a pocket. I'm over here gatekeeping.
You're like, you get carpal tunnel, like, you know, like red card.
You need to go get an actual typewriter. Go get the old ones and get fucking carpal tunnel like I did. Earn it.
Oh my god, it's not on it. Oh no.
In my day, kids were you don't need to use those for nostalgia's sake.
Like, because it is really like, it's interesting, you know. I really do like it, but at the same time, how you can't erase what you type to. I'm like, Jesus, the amount of planning someone had to have to type all that shit out and not make a mistake, but like, and then had to turn it in. I'm just like, oh my gosh. Like
No,
people don't understand how.
nightmare because you had an entire page full of words or like practice, and then you had a mistake, and they're like, "Well, I guess you're gonna have to do it all over again, don't aren't you?" And it's like, "No, I don't want to." But like writers too, like writers who use
Hmm.
that, and they used to have this thing. DC is saying the whiteout, but I remember there was this thing that you could just put it over the paper, and then you would type the letter that you know the wrong letter, the typo. You would type it, and then it would leave it white. So then you could type on top of that the actual letter you know to correct your mistake, sort of. So,
Yeah.
but I don't remember what it's called. But there was that thing, and that was expensive. It was like a sheet of paper that you would put it over, and it would cover the mistake. But then later on, you would add the liquid kind, which was the whiteout. You would add
Yeah. What else?
yeah, but that they didn't. In my school, they didn't
Damn.
have any of that. They were like, nope, you
Oh my
cannot.
god.
It needs to be
I'm just
crystal.
like a world without whiteout. Can you imagine? Can anyone imagine not using whiteout at all? Oh my god. The amount of paper's ruined.
Yeah, I guess you're gonna have to start that from the beginning. Ugh, no,
Just
why?
throws the typewriter.
So
Like
then
maybe
now
it'll flip then.
yeah, when I see the look at me, nostalgia on my device that automatically corrects my spelling. Look at me. Oh.
See you in a minute.
I'm over here like,
Amazing.
no, that's not even it. But hey,
Yeah.
there was one also that looked like the keyboard of a typewriter, but then actually had the keys like the metal keys with the letters, but instead of letters, it had like little pads on it, so that as you're typing, it's clicking on the keyboard of the device.
Hmm.
And I was like, this is fucking stupid. This is so dumb.
Oh no.
But hey, okay, it's okay. Enjoy.
It definitely existed.
Oh,
I
it was
just
called correction tape. Okay.
mm, correction tape. Tape for your correction. Okay.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. You have to do a lot of writing by hand, and then just like transcribe it on the typewriter.
Honestly, like I do like writing because honestly, I have really nice penmanship. I like how I write, but at the same time, I'm like, Jesus Christ! Imagine having to write every fucking thing and doing that. I'm like, oh no! I'd be like, I
I
can imagine how
brother,
much I would
like
not do work.
I don't have to imagine it. I lived through it. I went to school not
Yeah.
typing anything. I'm not
Oh,
gonna
you
lie.
went to school not typing because you were like, fuck
Yeah, I had
that.
to write everything by hand. Yeah, in the
God.
school, like when the teacher was like, "Okay, I'm gonna say whatever, dictate, I think," and then they were like, "In the year, whatever, whatever," and they would just start talking really fucking fast, and we had to like keep up writing, and it was pages,
Hmm.
history pages and pages and pages, and again, carpal tunnel, like fucking guarantee you.
Yeah, like that'll do it. You know, I'm pretty sure that's a lot of the reason why Carpal Tunnel was so bad or like so heavy for a lot of people around. Just that time frame, just because of how the amount of had to write. Like Jesus Christ, uh, made me
Yeah.
have to like wave my hand around a bit. Not gonna lie, I do understand, but
Yeah, you get used to it too. Like I when I started writing, I used to write my stories or whatever by hand because I didn't have devices yet.
mm,
So yeah,
I
imagine
gotcha.
like those writers like from a long time ago, right? Who had to like do it not only by hand but like with a quill or whatever, like that.
Oh my god! Like imagine having to dip in ink the whole time.
Yeah.
Like every few sentences. It was like probably like 2 or 3 sentences you could get out before you had to do it again.
And then like they have,
I'd be so mad.
I've seen letters from people from the old days and how they had splatters of ink all over them, and like because they were trying to do it like they were writing, but like, yeah, they had to keep dipping and shit, and then the fucking letters are a
Mhm.
mess, and I'm like, how were they able to translate this shit? Because it's like fucking pretty at the same time.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I hate this year. Welcome back. But yeah, I know how to do cursive too. It's kind of interesting how like some people talk cursive, but then it's kind of like you don't really need it because it's pretty, but then a lot of people can't read it, right? You know what I mean? Because it's like everyone's handwriting's different, so everyone's cursive can definitely be different. And then it just became a whole fucking thing. And then a whole bunch of schools just stopped teaching people cursive after like a section of it. You know,
Yeah.
like after a while, people just like, nah. And now it's like, you know, you write your signature and stuff, and it's just like a wonky ass whatever the fuck it is, and it's fine. Yeah, landline with the whole thing.
I hated going to the library.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all.
Oh yeah, because of the whole how they used to catalog things was really a lot. Like wasn't it? Like you had to like go and flick through like the whole like catalog of just every single thing they ever had cataloged, and it's just like these little sheet cards. And you're like, oh, there it is, and you had to pick it up. You had to find the whole fucking thing anyway in another way, and I was just like, oh my god. When I heard about it.
We were not allowed to just wander in there and like pick up whatever book. No, like first of all, the library was divided in sections. Like, okay, you would get there, and then depending on which age you were, they were like, okay, you go over here, and they would not allow you to go to other sections. So if you were in college, you would go to the top floor, because that was the section for the college kids or whatever, or the teachers and all of that. Like they had their own sections, everybody. So you were not allowed to just walk in to explore or whatever. But not only that, like when you got there to the section, there was a person there already. What do you want? And then you had to tell them what you wanted, and then they would take you to where the book was. And so it was not like
you could explore like the books. You were just like you had to do what people showed you, and that was it.
Yeah, you couldn't go and chill over there. They were like, "What do you want? Why are you here? You don't have anything to do? Okay, go home, or I don't know, because you're not able to waste my time and my space over here. Bye."
Yeah, like I really like the library has been one of like my refuges as like a person, and I can't like I know that when I was a kid I couldn't just wander around everywhere or whatever, but it would really suck having to have people that be like, you can't look at the books that we have, you have to only go to specifically this part just to, and all of that, you know. What can I explore? Why can't I learn about like all these different things, all these different words that are out there and stuff? Like, I hear you. That does sound really frustrating.
Yeah, I didn't. So if you like, for me at least, if you went to the library, it was with a purpose. It was not just, oh, let me just go and chill, or like let me just go and see. No, and then you couldn't make any like no noise whatsoever, because they were like, there's people studying over here. Shut the fuck. So it was kind of like going to school. Yeah, pretty much that's how it felt like. There were always ladies there being like, yeah, rah, rah." I fucking hated it so much.
Mm-hmm. Trisha had a plan.
Oh,
Like,
that's awesome.
that is pretty bad. This has been such a nice
I remember
conversation.
going to Blockbuster to rent
Uh,
movies.
God, I remember Blockbuster. That was a mood, honestly. And then they had like games too. I really enjoyed the PS2 with Xbox games like so much.
Oh, that's
Like they,
true. They had that too in there.
hmm,
That's true. They did. They had games as well.
yeah. And it was like just so many different things, so many different everything. And then like that popcorn that was like stuck to the box or something, and then it was like just perfectly popcorn in a box, like for the theaters. I vividly remember those. I
It
don't
was
even like
definitely
popcorn that
very
much, honestly. It
boring.
gets stuck on my teeth real bad. Like I don't like it. But
That. Mm. Well, I don't remember the computer because I was not there anymore in the library when the computers came out. But I bet you,
mm,
yeah, I bet you that they also had a time limit on the computers. Where
yeah. I hear you. And yeah, there was like a whole time limit for a minute for stuff. So, like I remember, because it's like it took a whole thing or something. But jeez, and yeah,
like
LimeWire almost destroyed a lot of people's computers.
yeah, like
Lord,
Netflix started as a rental thing. I don't
yeah.
remember that. I don't
It was
remember.
like a movie rental thing where people they were sent like they were sent DVDs in the mail, and then they had to send it back. That's how it like really started.
That's
And
how it was.
then they were
Oh,
yeah, and
I
and
thought
then
it
they
was.
started streaming
I thought it
later
was the
on.
one that was called the Red Box. I thought that
Well,
was how Netflix started.
I don't think they're the same. I think Redbox started after Netflix, but it might
Mm.
be just an extension. I don't know. I don't. I never really like used Redbox.
Yeah, same.
Because I mean, at the time when I saw it, it was when I could stream stuff. So you know what I mean? Yeah, like all the Flash games. You know, you really hope that they had Java like updated. Like, gosh.
I used to play a game on the computer. It was a little crocodile. It was kind of like Pac-Man, but it was a crocodile. I don't remember the name of it.
Now I
Okay,
kind of want to
it was
find
a
it.
mail thing. Okay, it was a mail service.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know Netflix also sent games.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so Netflix bought Blockbuster?
I
That's what
thought
happened?
I thought Netflix had just put Blockbuster out of business. That they tried to buy it, but then Blockbuster was no, thank you. We're fine. We're here to stay. And then Netflix did their thing, and then Blockbuster was no more. I thought that's how that went.
Yeah. No. It's like
Oh
there's
well.
one Blockbuster still around. Like there's literally just, but it's not everywhere anymore. It's interesting though. I wonder how that Blockbuster is like. It'd be fun if like everyone just did like a nice little field trip to it to see what was up, huh?
In Alaska, that's where it is. Oh, okay.
mm, that's fair. Okay. Hey, yo, around like 2:22 minutes or something. I'm thinking I'm gonna end it just so it's like we had a really good freaking conversation about so many different things, and it really fit the title. Let's talk about everything we can think of. Which is really awesome. And I
Okay.
enjoyed it so much. And I I should probably do a thing where I'll like put like the restream for people on Twitch as well. I didn't do that this time just because I was just trying to like have a chill conversation with one person just so it wouldn't be too much on my head, you know. But this was so much fun. I'm gonna try and do talk streams some more too because I really do enjoy them. I'm just not really that used to them still because
Oh,
I just didn't really do it all the time. I just like y'all started like kind of doing them. I'm like, oh, okay, that's cool, and then I join you all and stuff. But I still kind of like am like iffy about doing it with me sometimes. Like I don't talk much actually. Like
oh,
I'm more of a listener.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for having me.
Thanks for being here. I appreciate it all the time. Da, da, da. Thanks, y'all. Jeez, yeah. Alright, I'll keep that in mind. I'll try and have some stuff on Wednesday too. Vamp actually is trying to be live on Wednesdays as well. It's Vamp Descendant on YouTube. And I go live with Vamp as well sometimes too. So definitely check us all out. And seriously, it's really good content. I've appreciated it a lot.
Yeah, I had fun. Seriously,
Yeah, it's always really
I,
nice.
I really enjoyed your reminiscing with you too.
Yeah, it's so interesting, like seeing all the way back and what people remember and how they like think of things as they did in the timeline of events. I'm just like, that's so amazing. Like the different ways we remember things. Like I'm just like, oh my gosh, like I love it.
Yeah, it's interesting to
Mm-hmm.
have conversations about like my experiences in the past, like for example learning how to type in a typewriter and then like talking with a person who didn't have that experience at all. Like they were like, no, like I grew up in the era of computers and like smartphones and stuff like that, and it's interesting to have conversations like that.
Yeah, and then like just have like a whole like thing about figuring it out. And it's like interesting because it's like I kind of think about like the technology we could think about and create, knowing this information and understanding like the various ways that we've interacted and what we've liked from technology from back then to now to like
Oh my god, I
before.
just remembered, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to but I just
You're all
remembered
good.
that
Hmm.
like how people when people are in relationships they text each other, right? I
Yeah.
remember like writing letters to my boyfriend.
That's so sweet though. No, no, like people don't
To
really
write
write letters
letters
much
to each
anymore.
other. Yeah, we used to write letters to each other and like to communicate with people if they were not living like near you. You wrote letters too.
Yeah, that's really amazing. Interesting to think about, isn't
It's just funny
it?
that it's like a whole ass letter because I know we're not gonna see each other in the weekend because you were not, or like during the summer. So let me write you letters and then drop them at your house. Just like drop them. On.
That's so sweet, though. Oh my gosh.
The love
Very
letter.
love letters.
Okay, well
Very
thank you for having me.
yeah. Thanks for being here. And thanks everyone for being around. I really appreciate it, and I'm so glad you're around with me, existing in this timeline. I enjoy conversations, next time, I hope you all have a
Yeah.
good day, and be safe, yeah?
Yeah. Bye.
Another check here. Oh my god, Dizzy. Later, y'all.